Welcome to episode 12. We're going to be putting the dash speakers in this episode. I'm keeping the old ones in case somebody ever goes back to the 86. If the truck ever sells, or if somebody ever ends up with it or whatever, they put them back in there. And you'll see they'll be wired up to where you can use the old radio, go through the speakers, or the new one, either way you want to go. So let's go ahead and dive in this thing, and it ain't much. It is what it is, but we got them in there. It's gonna work out. We're getting closer and closer every time we do something, every week. So we're just keep on moving on it every week, one step at a time. Let's see what we got going on. First thing we're going to do before we get to the speakers, you're looking at the back part of all the panels on the doors where the tabs break off. This one here was just kind of glued in there. And I had to take it out and mount some more tabs on it. Had to do some plastic weld to it, to get it on. Had to do all four parts of it, both doors. Somebody just had it glued on there, and I'm going to take it apart, and the glue just popped right off. But anyway, we got them glued, got them done right. And the dash was loose. All the tabs were loose on the dash. Had to go back in and pull this off through the speakers. And all the hangers were loose on it, We had to go back in there and reinforce all the tabs, hold the dash still, where they kind of come loose. There's a spot there that was buffed out, I guess it was buffed out for a speaker, but the speaker was missing in the truck, and the holes wasn't even there. Maybe it's something they do when they sell the dash to you. But all speakers, all three spots are done that way. Some more tabs that was loose. The AC vent was, you see it was siliconed on there, halfway. That was after the first wrap. I took it off, and that piece there tried to come off of it. So I had to glue that back down. And I'm not a rapper, so I wrapped this thing probably, a couple of times, 2 or 3, where I got it where I liked it. Like I said, I'm not a rapper, but here I am here, got all that cleaned up, get this vent back on there. There's that silicone just laying there. I mean, it tried. I guess it worked for a while, but the vent was just laying in there when I pulled the dash out of it. That's the other one. It was screwed on. That's the center one. It was still screwed to the dash. It wasn't like this one here. But I got it all cleaned up. Got it back on there where it's supposed to be. Part of the tabs were there, but I plastic welded it to the mounts there. I'm clamping them tabs there to hold the dash still. So I put it back in there. It won't be shaking around It was real loose on the fallout. So we got them all done up. That's the way they kind of looked. I know when I drove the truck, it was the dash was shaking, but I got the doors done, both of them, the driver's side and passenger side. They come on pretty good. They cleaned up all right, I think. I got some more door rubbers, the seals to put around them. There, I got the AC vent plastic welded back on, ready to go back in. That's where the speaker was missing, the center one, and no wiring, nothing was even there, no holes. So that model may not have came with it. They probably took it out. The 81 had it. Mine did. The Custom Deluxe had the center speaker. And this is the old speaker, the way it was mounted. They just, they got a little tab in the back of it. Take the 2 screws out, pull them out, and I glued it back down, epoxied it so it won't come off again. Weight it down to where I can wrap it again. And this was the second time here, and I ended up pulling it back off. I didn't like the way it looked again. So I pulled it back off, done it again. This is that second time before I pulled it back off. I like it to where it looks halfway decent anyway, It's got to match with the rest of the stuff in there. These are the your front left and right speaker, the part number on them, and it does fit that bracket well. Fits right in there like it's supposed to. Here's just before I took the old one out, put the new ones in there. But let's listen right here to listen to this. So what we got is the let's see here, the TS A878. Maybe I don't know if it's forward backwards for you, but TS 88 A878. The speaker is supposed to be the replacement for the original speakers. It turns out that they're pretty close, you know. I think they'll work. We'll see how this here fits though. Check this out. And I'll put these in a box, so if somebody, if I ever do sell the truck, they want everything back original. These speakers work. This one wasn't hooked up in the truck. It's on the right side. Your left side has a cutout on it. Okay. And your tab goes in the back, down in your dash. So you want this as much accessible you can get it. Get him down in there. As you can see, they fit perfect. My center speaker, I'm gonna do something different with it. There's actually gonna be two up there on the center. I'm doing that because of balance left and right. That one, I think this one here was, let me see, I gotta go back and look here. This was a mounting hole. Somewhere, I don't know. We'll go this way here. Somebody really want to go in there. We're gonna make it go. It's only got the two mounting holes. I think if I can center it up a little more, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to because of that edge right there, which it ain't gonna bother nothing. And the metal part of the speaker is not touching nothing, just the plastic. Make sure of that. So these will be wired in. What comes with the kit will be extra hangers if you need to. Catch you somewhere else you want to put it. I'm glad it does have the longer screw in this one because we're going to need it on the left side, I think. Have to check and see. On the driver's side. These will be wired in through the old radio as well. So if you ever want to go back to the old radio, you can, or off the new one. But anyway, just showing you these. Of course, it's got some kind of BS instructions on here. If you ever want them, I put a pic in there what I paid for them. Probably pretty good speakers. But anyway, let's go to the cab and see if we can get something done out there. Get this center speakers designed and way I want them. Get those in there. See you in a bit. There's the part number and what I paid for the little 3-inch speakers for your right and left side door. And then I just used one of these. I didn't have to use both of them. I ended up using one. After I played with it some and tested it with Mother Radio, worked out great. And there they are mounted, soldered up, ready to go. And I'll show you how I did that soldering. You know, how I put this together. I used the shrink solder connectors with them. And I think it's the best way to go. Just don't touch the copper with your hands. Use some latex gloves and what all, so your solder will stick to it. The oil off your hands will make it not want to stick sometimes. Then they're all wired up. I'm ready to go in the truck here. And double checking everything, make sure everything is okay with it. I just took a picture of my mess I had there. You know, you start out with no mess and end up with the mess, and the kits I was using there to do the work with. Those screws right there, you never believe where they come from. I've been toting those screws probably, I don't know, 8, 9 years. They go to the intake locator. I don't make fun of my contraption. I had to put that on there. It's got that square bit on it. That square bit is because the screws I found to put the center speaker in is what I end up using to bolt that down, that center speaker. Somebody will be mad at me whenever I take it out. They're going to want to know why I use the square bit screws. Well, they worked good and it was convenient. What I had on hand. The speaker's mounted back in where it goes. Both sides. But anyway. Well, that's it. That's it for this week. And I think before I put my dash back in, I did get to looking. And let me get this piece over here. I want to show you something. I thought I was going to be able to get around it until it came to it. But I'm going to have to not necessarily install the gauges in my piece, but I'm going to have to run everything to it. All the plumbing and the wiring, the boost part, you know, the whole 9 yards there. Get it all wired in. They'll be laying there. When I get the dash in there, on the piece that comes up to the dash, it has a lip on it in there, and I'll shoot a picture of it when we go do this. I got to cut that piece to where everything will go down inside the dash. We're gonna make it work one way or the other. So I think this next week, depending on how everything works out, what I'll try to get that done, and for number 13. But anyway, thanks for watching. Got the speakers in this week, and next week we'll do something else. Every week, like I said, one step at a time. But hey, thanks for watching. See y'all next Sunday. Be safe out there.